morning from a beautiful Mukuti Lodge just here outside of Etosha National Park. We're on our way now to have a good morning game drive. So it's just 10 to 7. It says that the park opens just after 7 o'clock. And then we're going to have a look in the park, whatever we can see today. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Yeah, this is the Etosha National Park. We're ready to go and have a game drive this morning. It's close to 7 o'clock. Soon the gate will open. Then we'll go in and see what animals we're going to find today.
We've got plainy zebras and the Hartmann's mountain zebras. But this eastern part of the park where we are now, we get lots of the plainy ones that are actually known for its three unique colors, black and white, and the brown that actually blends in between black and white, of which you don't see that in Hartmann's mountain zebras. So Hartmann's are bigger, black and white only, and they've got bigger ears. These guys are a little shorter than Hartmann's. So these are male impalas that are actually kicked away from, because impalas actually live in harems, whereby one dominant male has got a few female that he actually look after and met with, and then he actually accommodates young males. But as soon as those young males are on the stage of which they can also challenge him and start fighting, then he throws them away, and then they join the bachelor head. So this is actually a bachelor head, consists of all boys.
Yeah, we find lions on the road. Young males and a little cub.
Yeah, young males.
Young cub on the left.
So where's the female then? So intimidating.
That's scary. These are young males. Yeah, you can see they're starting to get some little bit of mane.
Then you can enjoy them beautifully. So yeah, these are young males which are in between a year and 2 years. So just trying to, but they are not yet 2 years. The phone says no service at all.
It's only for us.
Yeah. And my radio is not working. Those one with the big man. Oh shit. either right on top of the termite mound or to the side of the termite mound. So what comes first, it's the termite mound, then the tree. So the tree, they actually monopolize on the moisture from that termite mound, from that habit of extracting the soil right from underneath. It makes the termite mound so moist, and all the breakdown of all those dead materials they collecting as food, it makes the termite mound very nutritious. That's why the tree likes to grow on top of the termite mound or close to the termite mound. So termite mound first, and then the tree. So if it has been, there's been water on the salt bin, so because of that huge amount of salt content in it, and it makes the salt pen that nothing that grows onto the pen. And so by then, by looking at that white, it actually explains the word Etosha, because Etosha means a place of great white or a dry fountain. So you can see how lovely white it's because of that salt content in it. So in a rainy season, there's actually, when there's water on the pen, that water still is very salty. It's just it's not all the animal loves to drink it. I've seen elephants, giraffes, zebras and gnus, but not all the animal likes it. It still has that salt in it. So yeah.
A lot of that salt would have to blow off that pan into the surrounding areas, wouldn't it? As the salt dries, it would blow off.
And no, doesn't really. It's actually solid content on the
not
soil.
powdery or not granulated.
Yeah.
Not.
These are actually Angolan giraffes. Here in Africa, we've got lots of different types of giraffes. We've reticulated, the Nubian, southern and northern giraffes. We also have got the Rothschild, but the Rothschild, you get them in Kenya. They are more darker, and also the pattern it's not the same. So these are actually Angolans, and so each and every pattern or block contains of lots of pulses, whereby the blood is actually pumped into those, especially the darker one. That's where the cooling system is. Blood pumped into those patterns, and then that's where it actually get cooled and flush out all the warm air from the body, and that's how they actually cool themselves. Yes. So not like elephants that does not have sweat poles. So yeah, these guys. And then you would see when they are feeding, you see one giraffe feeding on the tree, and then a few minutes is onto the second tree. So some of the trees, they actually produce a bad scent to these animals, especially to the giraffe, just to avoid them from being overbrowsed. Yes, and then most of the time you see giraffes feeding on acacias. The acacia trees, they are even said to be pollinators of acacias, because they've got that long tongue, about 45 centimeters, that actually grip onto those branches, feeding on small leaves and flowers of the acacias. And because acacia, as I've said, grows into low veld in clay or loamy soil, that actually makes them very nutritious plants. That's why the acacia, that's why the giraffes actually loves them a lot, because they are very nutritious plants or trees. And so yeah, and also just to how to identify a male or a female from a distance. You can still pick up a male from a female when they are feeding. So usually a male feed from a full stretch, and the female, they like to stick their head up and feed right on top of the head. That's how you can pick them up.
Females come down and
So
the males
and the male, full stretch, yes, when they are feeding. So all right, okay, all good.
Yeah, good. Thank you, man.
Looks like the one the ships go
like a marking on the back.
Bob in his tail.
Yeah, I think this one is in better days before.
ship boat or
This is a lion's done this.
Yeah, the lions, they always attempt to put them down, but especially for such big males, it's such a big feast for three, 2 or 3 females. I've seen 3 females trying to put down a big male giraffe for about an hour 30 minutes.
Yeah.
They just battling, and then they just had to let it go because it's very, very difficult. And that animal has got a very powerful kick.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought
I've seen a lion dying from its kick.
Straight away.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's their defensive mechanism.
get this going.
Kicking and even stepping with, they kick both legs, even stepping with the front legs. That's male.
That's male.
So the male is hairless.
Ah, right.
No hairs on top. Especially when it's growing older, it tends to have a false horn in front, like a bump. If you look at this one here, you'll see it's like having a false horn in front of the 2 cartilage-like horns, and they are hairless. For the females, they are thin and hairy around.
The females, the ones that have the little hair.
Yes,
Right.
they more look like a black painting brush.
Right.
So,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So yeah, that's how you can actually give a difference of those 2. Same like us, but it's difficult in the wilderness here to reach that edge, because some other areas or parks, there are some lions that are just specialized to kill elephants. I've been in Kenya, somewhere Amboseli, or Duba Plain, somewhere there, they hunt. There are just lions that are specialized to hunt elephants. So it's not likely for them to reach that age of 80 years. So 70, mainly 60 going down, they die from, especially in areas like where we have anthrax. In Botswana, I've worked for like 15 years on the Chobe, on a houseboat, of which we used to do photographic trips. So yeah, I've seen a few elephants dying from anthrax, especially in a dry season, because it actually comes up. It can that disease can actually live under the ground for so many years, 70 years or so, and then sometimes it just break up, and then especially when it's very hot seasons like September, October, those months.
Before the sun rain starts. Teals. Cape teal. Man, what a morning we had on that gate drive. We were quite lucky, since we started with impalas and zebras right by the entrance, grazing like they own the place. Our guide that took us along for the ride really knew his stuff. He really told us everything from impalas to lions. Those kings just were chilling right in front of us on the road, and we had the perfect view. He told us about the different types of giraffes we find in Africa, right down to termite heaps with the trees growing out of them. He explained how the ants build these massive mounds taller than a man, and how certain trees sprout straight from them. We spotted some elephants in the distance too. trunks swinging like they were waving hello, and herds of springbok and a kudu at the waterhole. This is definitely the best way to see the bush up close, no barriers, just raw wilderness unfolding. We felt the dust, heard the calls, saw it all in real time with clients and a knowledgeable guide in the vehicle. If you dig this, like, comment, let us know which was your favorite animal. Subscribe for more real rides and drives like this one. Got more heaps, bush adventures and bike runs and 360 content coming your way. Thanks for watching and see you next time.